Yo, yo, yo. So we're going to talk about an interesting topic today. I want to talk about a bill that is in the works in the state of Texas. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read the information that I've jotted down, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay. So the Texas bill requires teachers to out the LGBT students to their parents. This proposed bill indicates that teachers would be required to out their gay, queer, trans, and transgendered students at the request of their parents. The bill also states that the parents are entitled to full and total information regarding their child's academic performance, physical, mental, and emotional health. It also states that if the information is withheld, that the teachers can be punished. Okay, so this is like really baffling to me, that it's something that would have to be required by law to be stated, you know, what your sexuality is. But only if you're not straight, isn't that? That's funny. That's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it. Why do you need a bill? Look. If you're a parent and you want to know if your child is gay, first of all, something my mama always told me is that she always knew. She always knew I was gay. Now, granted, she did ask me once, and I nearly bit her head off. I was very young. I was like 13. And I bit her head off. And look, I still feel horrible about it to this day. It still upsets me how I treated her when she asked me. That was almost 12 years ago. But she always knew. She did find out within the same year of her asking that I was gay, because my friend outed me and told her. Now, my friend did not do it on purpose. She just assumed that my mom already knew. But she did not. Because I was not ready to inform her. I was not comfortable with myself enough yet to inform her. And with that being said, I'm going to read a statement that the Equity Texas chairman quoted. His name is Steve Rudner, and he said, "If your kid is gay and can tell his teacher but hasn't told you, then you are the problem." I highly disagree with that, at least from my personal experience with my coming out story. My mom was not the problem. I was not scared to tell her for the fact that she would banish me or disown me or, you know, threaten my life in any kind of way. I knew my mom would love me regardless, and she would not care, and she would treat me no different. It's not about the parent. In a lot of cases, it can be, and I do get it. I know there are people out there who will banish their children, who will disown them, kick them out of the house, make them live on the streets, have nothing to do with them because of their sexuality. So I do understand where he's coming from, but that doesn't fit me. And I don't think it fits everybody. And I don't think it should have been stated as such. I think he was very wrong for that, because it's not true. It's because I wasn't comfortable with myself yet. Even if my school friends did know. I also got my first boyfriend in 8th grade too, so it all kind of like happened just like that. But just like my mom, I always knew. I always looked at boys and I always thought boys were cute and, you know, whatever. But I think this is absurd. The only person that should be telling the parents about something so strong like this is the child themselves. Now, in my case, yes, when my friend told my mom, like, it was very emotional, it was sad, and there were a lot of tears, and that was mainly because she was hurting for when she asked me, because she asked me just a little bit prior to her finding out if I was gay and I bit her head off, she was in tears about that. You know, and that's what she told me. I asked you this, and you made me feel like the worst parent in the world just by asking you, and turned out to be true. So I get it, you know, but It should not be rushed. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. It should be between the parent and the child. It should not, no third party group should be telling anybody's business. Especially not something like that. The child has to be comfortable and be ready to do that. The child has to be ready to take on the world with that on their shoulders. Because once you come out, there's no going back. You get the labels, you get the bully, you get the you get all that. Everything. You know what comes with it. You know, the fighting and the faggots and all that. You get all that horrible shit that society is going to throw on you. You gotta be prepared. You know, so if I worked in Texas, I would be that teacher that would get punished. Because I'm not about to tell you. I'm not. You need to be able to be at home and try to talk to your child about it, like my mom did me. That's it. Because she asked me and I said no. Just short and sweet. I said no, and that was the end of it. Now, how she found out is because I came home from school that Friday and I was very upset, and my friend came with me and we was going out to dinner that night, and my mom asked her while they were both getting ready, why was he so upset? Oh, well, he's having issues with his boyfriend. Bam. Over. So, at least it was at home, and at least it was through a friend, you know, but you don't know how the parents are going to react. You don't. And you don't know what situation you're going to put that child in, because just because you know the child, you don't know the parent. So you're going to sit here and out them because your job tells you to. And then what? You're going to see that they're homeless. You're going to see that they have bruises on them when they come into school the next day. You don't know what's going to happen. And I think this bill is so retarded and stupid and very much unnecessary. That's not, you know, gay people, the LGBT community is not, we're not sex offenders, okay? So we don't need our names on a list and being passed around to the entire community to let them know what's up. We're none of that. We are people just like everyone else with private yet different sexual references, like everybody else.